Hi, kindergartners. It's time for today's interactive read aloud. And today we're going to be reading the story, The Gingerbread Boy. This is the next book in our text set 16, Sharing Stories, Folk Tales. A folk tale is a story that's been told from generation to generation, usually by word of mouth. That's usually how they would tell the story before they made the stories into books. So this version of The Gingerbread Boy was written by Paul Galdone. He has been the author and illustrator of many books we have read in the past couple weeks. He just wrote and illustrated the book that we read last called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. So today we're going to enjoy this version of the story. I know that you're familiar with the Gingerbread Boy because we have read many gingerbread books. We have read The Gingerbread Man, The Gingerbread Baby, and The Gingerbread Girl. These three books are all based off the story, The Gingerbread Boy. This is the front cover of our book. The front cover holds the title, The Gingerbread Boy. It also holds the author and illustrator's name, Paul Galdone. We also see a picture on the front. This book has two title pages. This is a title page, The Gingerbread Boy, and it has this title page, which is a little more interesting, The Gingerbread Boy by Paul Galdone. I will be reading to you from my book, and you will be watching the story on the computer. The Gingerbread Boy by Paul Galdone. Once upon a time, there lived a little old woman and a little old man. They had no boys or girls of their own, so they lived all by themselves in a little old house. One day, the little old woman was baking gingerbread. "I will make a little gingerbread boy," she said. So she rolled the dough flat out and cut it in the shape of a little boy. She made him two good-sized feet. Then she gave him eyes and a mouth of raisins and currants and stuck on a cinnamon drop for a nose. She put a row of raisins down the front of his jacket for buttons. "There," she said. "Now we'll have a little gingerbread boy of our own." She put him in the pan, popped him into the oven, and closed the door. Then she went about her work, sweeping and cleaning, cleaning and sweeping, and she forgot all about the little gingerbread boy. Meanwhile, he baked brown all over and got very hot. "Oh my!" said the little old woman, at last, sniffing the air. "The gingerbread boy is burning." She ran up to the oven and opened the door. Up jumped the gingerbread boy. He hopped down to the floor, ran across the kitchen, out of the door, across the garden, through the gate, and down the road as fast as his little gingerbread legs could carry him. The little old woman and the little old man ran after him, shouting, "Stop! Stop, little gingerbread boy!" The gingerbread boy looked back and laughed and called out, "Run, run, run! Catch me if you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread boy, I am, I am!" And they couldn't catch him. So the gingerbread boy ran on and on. Soon he came to a cow. Sniffed the cow. "You smell good. Stop, little gingerbread boy. I would like to eat you." But the little gingerbread boy laughed and said, "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man, and I can run away from you. I can." So the cow ran after him, but she couldn't catch him. The little gingerbread boy ran on and on. Soon he came to a horse. "Please stop, little gingerbread boy," said the horse. "You look very good to eat." But the little gingerbread boy called out, "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. I've run away from a cow, and I can run away from you. I can." So the horse ran after him, but he couldn't catch him. By and by, the little gingerbread boy came to a barn where some men were threshing wheat. The threshers saw the gingerbread boy and called out, "Do not run so fast, little gingerbread boy. Gingerbread boys are made to eat." But the little gingerbread boy ran faster and faster and shouted, "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. I've run away from a cow. I've run away from a horse, and I can run away from you. I can, I can." So the threshers ran after him, but they couldn't catch him. The little gingerbread boy ran faster than ever. Soon he came to a field full of mowers. Boys and girls, is this how you mow your grass? They use this tool to cut down the tall grass, just like we saw in Little Red Hen. When the mowers saw how fine the gingerbread man looked, they called, wait a bit, little gingerbread boy. Gingerbread boys are made to eat." But the gingerbread boy laughed harder than ever and ran on like the wind. Oh ho, he cried. "I've run away from a little old woman. I've run away from a little old man. I've run away from a cow. I've run away from a horse. I've run away from a barn full of threshers, and I can run away from you. I can, I can." And he did. By this time, the little gingerbread boy was very proud of himself. He strutted, he danced, he pranced. He thought no one on earth could catch him. Boys and girls, do you think he's going to get caught? Then he saw a fox coming across the field. The fox looked at him and began to run. But the little gingerbread boy ran faster still and shouted, "Run, run, run, catch me if you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread boy. I am, I am. I've run from a little old woman. I've run from a little old man. I've run from a cow. I've run away from a horse. I've run away from a barn full of threshers. I've run away from a field full of mowers. And I can run away from you. I can, I can." What do you think? Is he going to be able to run from the fox? "Why," said the fox politely, "I wouldn't catch you if I could." Just then, little gingerbread boy came to a wide river. He dared not jump into the water, for he would crumble into pieces if he did. He looked behind him. The cow, the horse, and all the people were still following and getting closer. He had to cross the river, or they would catch him. The fox saw this and said, "Jump on my tail, and I will take you across." So the little gingerbread boy jumped onto the fox's tail, and the fox jumped into the river. When they were out in the river, the fox said, "Little gingerbread boy, I think you had better get on my back, or you may fall off." So the little gingerbread boy jumped on the fox's back. Do you think this is going to be a good idea? After swimming a little farther, the fox said, "The water is deep. You may get wet where you are. Jump up on my shoulder." So the little gingerbread boy jumped up on the fox's shoulder. When they were near the other side of the river, the fox cried out suddenly, "The water grows deeper still. Jump up on my nose. Jump up on my nose." So the little gingerbread boy jumped up on the fox's nose. What is going to happen? The fox sprang ashore and threw back his head. Snip! Half the gingerbread boy was gone. Snip, snap. He was 3/4 gone. Snip, snap, snip. At last, he went the way of every single gingerbread boy that ever came out of an oven. He was all gone. Look at all the other characters in the background. They look so sad. So the little old woman, the little old man, and the cow and the horse, and the threshers and the mowers all went home again, while the fox had a good long nap. Friends, what do you think all the other characters should do when they get home? If they were really, really wanting gingerbread, what do you think they should do? Yeah, I was thinking they should probably just go home and make themselves some gingerbread. Then they could eat it, right? Okay, so the gingerbread boy did something when the woman opened the oven. What did he do? He jumped out and ran away. What does the fox tell the gingerbread boy to do to get across the river? He tells him to jump on his tail. What might have happened if the gingerbread boy had stayed with the little old woman and the little old man? Do you think that they would have eaten him? Would he have been eaten by the fox if he stayed? Think about the lessons in this story. What lessons did we learn from the gingerbread boy? One lesson that I think we learned is to be thankful for the kindness of others. Another lesson is not to brag. The gingerbread boy was pretty sure of himself. He was kind of a bragger that he could run from all these other characters. He was just for sure he was going to escape. Folk tales often have magic. What is the magic in this story? Do gingerbread boys really run away? No, so that could be magical. What else would be magic? Yeah, the talking animals. Very good. Folktales often have a tricky and a clever character. Who is the tricky and clever character in this story? It definitely is the fox. He tricked the gingerbread boy. I hope you enjoyed this version of the gingerbread boy. Have a great day, boys and girls.